So I want to go over how we can set up the mill at a precisely determined angle rather than using the scale on the side of the adjustment to determine the angle. We can actually get a bit more precise with it and use a sine bar and some gauge blocks and an indicator to get extremely close. So let's say we wanted to set the spindle up so it's tilted with an angle of 7 1/4 degrees. What we use is a sine bar, which has two round posts that are situated exactly 5 inches apart. So if we take 5 times the sine of 7 1/4 degrees, that will tell us the actual stack of gauge blocks that we want to use to set this up at a 7 1/4 degree angle. 5 times the sine of 7.25 is 0.6309. So that's how high the gauge blocks are going to need to be. So we're going to stack the correct height. Just bring them together. You set them under the stack. As long as we keep the sine bar square to the table, or more or less square to the table, we can do a pretty good job lining this up. So let's start. Attach an indicator to the spindle, bring it close. And now, in order to adjust the rotation of the mill, there are 3 bolts located on the back knuckle. We're going to need to loosen these bolts. And now the entire head will tilt up and down when I turn this handle. So I'm going to bring this up to approximately 7 1/2 degrees, or 7 1/4 degrees is read by the scale. About there should be good. And now bring the indicator down close to the surface of the sine bar. Make sure it's far enough in that you'll have room to travel. All the way around and touch it on both sides. So we're going to start out just by eye, bringing the indicator very close to the sine bar and comparing the gap on either side. It's pretty close so far. Then we can bring it down until it just touches. Check that both sides are reasonably close. And then we're going to bring it down further to about until it's about halfway through its range of motion on one side, and just the other side. So you're going to want to make sure that you set it up with the side farthest towards the body of the mill as the side that you're referencing. And you're going to want to adjust the other side to get closer to that. Because as you make adjustments over on the tilt of the mill, the closer you are to the inside of the mill, the smaller the effect the adjustment is going to have. So that number is going to be moving a lot less. So you can just iterate through this. It should only take a few passes to get it really close. looks like we got it. So then we can go ahead and tighten these screws back down. We've got a precise angle set. It's important to note, if you want to rotate about this axis, there's a safety pin located somewhere in this head that's preventing it from rotating. We haven't actually been able to locate that pin, so we've just been rotating in around this axis instead. That's about it.